Hello, Peter here, your Pinoy accountant, and in this video, magsasample naman tayo ng 1701-MS, and this time, optional standard deduction naman yung gagamitin natin. So again, yung form na ito is for the small or micro or small taxpayer. So pag yung annual gross sales natin is below 20 million, ayan, we are classified as micro or small taxpayer. So I believe most of us, ayan, dito tayo sa micro or small taxpayers. Ayan. So, yung 1701-MS, again, this is still not available sa ating EBIR form or sa EFTS. So, if you would want to use itong form na ito, again, clarify na ni BIR na hindi mandatory ang paggamit ng 1701-MS. This is just an option if we would want a simplified annual ITR down the form. But again, manual to. Ibig sabihin, pag may tax due tayo, you can file it dun sa inyong authorized agent bank. So, filing and payment na din. Again, yung deadline is April 15. At if wala naman tayong mga tax payables, ayan, pwede sa ating RDO na mismo natin, ipa-file ang ating 1701-MS. So again, if gusto nyo online lang, may mga videos din tayo yan, 1701A and 1701, pwede natin gamitin. Again, version 2018, yung 1701. So, ayan. So, let's start. Let's talk about, again, annual income tax return, 1701-MS, and optional standard deduction yung gagamitin natin. So, to start, before we fill out this form, I highly recommend talaga is sa Excel or spreadsheet is mag maggawa na tayo ng ating gagawa tayo ng ating income tax computation so that mas easier natin ilipat yung mga figures, especially dito sa 1701-MS. Manual to masyado because hindi siya automatic nagko-compute. So kailangan na natin ng Excel and of course yung ating mahiwagang calculator compute the figures. So ito, let's view our Excel file. So, ito yung ginawa ko na income tax computation. Quick discussion lang, very quick lang. Yung kailangan nyo lang dito na figures are your sales, yung net sales niyo, that is your gross sales, and if may mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts kayo. If wala naman kayong sales returns, allowances, and discounts, yung gross sales na yung ating basis to compute the income tax. So, ito, gross sales natin, again, kinuha lang natin to sa ating cash receipts book. Ayan, so tinotal lang natin yan, yung ating January hanggang December for the year. This is 2025. So, ayan, as discussed before, yung ginagawa ko is quarterly, yan tinototal ko, and annual. So that mas easier. So dito ko kinuha yung figure sa sales. Ayan, tinotal natin, yung annual natin is 2,195,000. And yung sales returns, allowances, and discounts, especially if ano kayo selling sa Lazada, Shopee, or TikTok, may mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts tayo. So, that is 109,750. So, balik tayo sa ating income tax computation. So, gross sales, again, 2,195,000. And yung sales returns, allowances, and discounts is 109,750. That would give us itong ating net sales na 2,085,250. And yung cost of sales or services, pag nag-ano kayo, optional standard deduction, wala tayong mailalagay dyan. So, this is for ano lang if ever nag-itemized deduction kayo. So cost of sales and services, zero yan pag nag-optional standard deduction tayo. So that would give us itong gross income, it's still the same, 2,085,250. And then dito na yung nag-different pag optional standard deduction kayo, wala tayong itemized deduction. So, automatic siya na 40% optional standard deduction. So, 40% ng ating net sales or ng ating gross income. So, 40% ng 2,085,250. So, that would give us itong optional standard deduction na 834,100. So, yung advantage nga nito pag optional standard deduction kayo, hindi nyo na kailangan ng invoices from your suppliers. I mean, especially if ever yung mga suppliers na hindi makapag-provide ng invoices. So, ano to, recommended din tong optional standard deduction because hindi nga kailangan natin ng invoices because automatic siya 40% ng ating net sales or ng ating gross income. So that would give us itong net income or the taxable income of 1,251,150. So again, we will use the table. Ayan, the graduated tax table because optional standard deduction is still graduated income tax rate yung gagamitin natin. So using the table. So if hindi nyo pa alam, just a quick discussion again. yung taxable income natin is 1.2 million. So yung una nyo gagawin is hahanapin nyo kung saang row or nasaang bracket ba siya nabibelong. So titingnan nyo dito over and not over. So nasa range ba siya ng 0 to 250,000. So yung 1.2 wala dyan. So proceed kayo sa next na row. 250 to 400,000 I mean. Wala din siya dyan. 400,000 to 800,000. Wala din. So nandito tayo sa range na 800,000 to 2 million, yung si 1.2 million natin. So, yung gagawin natin is dalawang tax niyan, tax on column 1 and the tax on excess. So, tax on column 1, since dito siya na row, so ito fixed figure to 102,500. So, ilagay nyo lang tax on column 1, 102,500. And then tax on excess, ano ibig sabihin yan? Ano yung excess ng 1 point, yung 1,250,000 150 excess ng 800,000. So, i-minus yung 1.2 million minus the 800,000. That would give us 451,150. And yung tax on excess is 25%. Ayan, kita nyo dito. So, 451,150 multiplied by 25%. Ayan, that would give us a 112,787.50. So, yung total tax due natin is 215,287.50. Again, sa ating annual income tax return, pag 50 centavos pataas, ayan, i-round up na yan. Pag below 50 centavos is drop down na yung figure na yan. So, in this case, i-round up natin 215,288 yung ating total tax due. And then, from here, ayan, pwede natin ilipat yung figures, but I suggest, pwede nyo din gawin ito. Yung ginawa ko is, ayan, i-summarize na din natin yung ating mga tax payments because kailangan natin to sa ating 1701-MS. Yung tax payments and of course, yung CWT natin or yung BIR 2307 or the creditable withholding tax, ayan, kailangan natin i-summarize magkano yung fourth quarter natin and yung first, second, and the third quarter. So, ayan, tinotal ko na and that will give us itong total tax credits and the payments. So, ayun nga, income tax due less yung tax credits and the payments that would give us your income tax payable. In our example, ito, 56,933 yung ating income tax payable. So, ayan, from here, let's proceed na dun sa ating the form itself, 1701-MS, and pwede na natin i-fill outan yung ating mga details doon. So, ito na yung ating 1701-MS. So, let's fill out the form. So, month. So, we are filing for the December 2025. For the year, ayan, December. And then the month is December. I mean, the year is 2025. Again, yung deadline is April 15. So, mag-file na tayo early as now. Amended return. So, no, this is not an amended return. Short period. So, no then. And then civil status. Ayan, ilagay nyo single kayo or married. So, in our example, single yung ating taxpayer. If married, ayan, pipili kayo jointly or separately or not applicable. So, yan, may discussion din tayo yan in our previous video. So, if you would want to file jointly with your spouse, ayan, may sample tayo na video. So, next tayo is number 6. So, dito sa letter B, blank lang ito because yung taxpayer natin na example is single. So, yung taxpayer identification number or the TIN, so ilagay nyo dyan, for example, is 123 456-789-00000. Ayan, and then the RDO code, for example, 0039. And then taxpayer's name, so i-follow niya last name, first name, and if may suffix kayo or middle name, ayan, dyan yung ilalagay. So in our example, yung taxpayer natin is si Monkey D. Luffy. So yung last name ni Luffy is Monkey. Ayan, Monkey, Luffy. And then, for example, yung middle name niya is Don. Ayan. So, yan yung ilalagay dyan. Monkey, Luffy, Don. And then, the email address, ilagay nyo. For example, ayan, Monkey D. Luffy at gmail.com. And then, yung contact number ni Monkey D. Luffy. Ayan, 123 4567. Ayan. And then, dito na tayo sa source of income. In our example na to, may business si Monkey D. Luffy sa Shopee or sa TikTok. Ayan, income from business. And then, income is subject to, so optional standard deduction tayo, ibig sabihin, again, na-mention natin kanina, pag optional standard deduction is still graduated income tax rates yung gagamitin natin. And then, number 13, ayan, if applicable na itong 13, 14, 15, and 16. So, applicable yan, for example, ano kayo, BMBE or may mga tax exemption kayo. So, in our example, wala. So, just leave it blank, yung 13, 14, 15, and 16. And then, let's proceed. Number 17, method of deduction. So, ayan, optional standard deduction tayo. Yan yung pipiliin nyo. Again, i-review nyo yung mga previously filed ninyo na 1701Q because hindi na tayo pwede magpalit for the taxable year. Pag yung pinili natin sa first quarter is ano tayo, itemize, and itemize tayo all throughout, nag 8% tayo, 8% tayo all throughout. Optional standard deduction, ayan, all throughout the taxable year, optional standard deduction tayo. So, hindi tayo pwedeng magpalit for that current taxable year. So, next year, next taxable year, 2026, ayan, pwede na tayo magpalit. So, number 18 na tayo, Alphanumeric Tax Code or the ATC. Ayan, please see, ano daw, see table 1. So, nasa baba. So, scroll natin pababa. Ayan. Table 1. So, again, dito tayo sa II-012, the business income graduated IT rates because, again, graduated IT rates ang optional standard deduction. So, pwede nyo i-highlight yan. And then, Control C or copy. And then, tandaan nyo lang yung II-012. So, balikan natin yung sa taas. So, this one is II-012. And then, pwede nyo i-paste dito yung business income, graduated IT rates. So, let's proceed. Part 2, ayan, total income tax payable. Wala pa tayong figure because we need to fill out yung ating sales data sa next page. So, let's proceed sa next page. So, page 2. Ayan, so lagay natin dito 1, 2, 3 yung PIN, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 0, and then the tax filer's last name, Monkey. Ayan. And then, dito na tayo sa part 4, the computation of tax. So again, tandaan nyo, do not enter centavos. 49 centavos or less, drop down. 50 centavos or more, round up. So, letter A, wala tayo dito. Taxable compensation. If ano tayo, mixed income earner, ayan, pwede nyo ilagay dyan yung details ng inyong gross compensation. So, in our example, purely business lang naman si Monkey D. Luffy. So, leave it blank. Letter A. So, wala tayong ilalagay dyan. So, dito na tayo sa letter B, the taxable business income. So, let's fill out. So, may reminder dyan. If if ano tayo, graduated rates, special or preferential rate or exempt, fill items 5 to 18B. If 8% naman, 19 to 25. So, dito tayo 5 to 18B yung fill out natin. So, sales. So, balikan natin yung ating Excel or the spreadsheet for the data. So, yung sales natin is 2,195,000. So, ito yung ilalagay natin sa ating 1701-MS. So, 2,195,000. Ayan. And then, sales returns, allowances, and discounts is 109,750. 109,750. And then, that will give us yung net sales. So, pwede nyo gamitin yung calcul nyo. 2,195,000 less 109,750. Ayan, that will give us itong 2,085,250. Ayan, so hindi siya aligned, kita nyo. So, ano nyo na lang, don't mind it because sa PDF mismo yung may problem nito. So, hindi siya naka-aligned yung mga figures. So, next is less cost of sales. So, again, na-mention natin kanina pag optional standard deduction is wala tayong cost of sales or service. So, let's proceed. Gross income, so that would still be itong 2,085,000 because wala nga tayong cost of sales or cost of services. 2,085,250. Ayan, so let's proceed. Less deductions allowable under existing laws. Ayan, since hindi tayo itemized deductions, so dito tayo sa number 11 na. So leave nyo lang blank the number 10, A, B, C, and D. Wala tayong ilalagay dyan. So number 11, the OSD. So 40% doon ng item 7. Ayan, so 2,085,250 multiplied nyo ng 40%. That is 834,100. And then that will give us the net income. Ayan daw, 9, item 9. That is the gross income, 2,085,250. 250 less nyo ang less the item 10 or 11. Ayan, so 11 tayo because we are OSD. So i-less yung 83,000, 834,100 pala. 834,100. So that would give us itong net income na 1,251,150. Ayan. So add other non-operating income if you have, but in most cases zero lang yan. So total taxable income is still the same, 1,251,150. And then total taxable income, and it's still the same because wala tayong compensation. So it's still 1,251,150. And then let's proceed the tax rate. And so this is for the special or preferential rate or exempt. So dito applicable sa atin. So number 17, hindi dito applicable. This is again for the special, preferential, or the exempt. So number 18 tayo. Again, this is for the special, preferential, or exempt. So let's proceed. Ayan, dito na tayo sa 18B. Total tax due compensation and business income under graduated rates. So, ayan, item 15. So, this is the taxable income. Multiplied yung gamit yung ano daw, table. So, we already, nag-compute na tayo ng ating total tax due using the table. So, balikan natin yung ating Excel. So, using yung table kanina and in our Excel or spreadsheet file, that will give us a total tax due na 215,288. Again, i-round up natin. So 215,288. So yung lalagay natin dito is 215,288. Ayan. So let's proceed. B2 is hindi to applicable. This is for the 8%. So let's proceed. Number 25, 8% din yan. So let's proceed na sa part 5. So, ito na yung na-mention natin kanina. Mas maganda if i-summarize yun yung tax credits nyo and your payments. So, let's proceed. Number 1, prior years excess credits if you have. So, i-check yung 2024 nyo na filed annual ITR. If may overpayments doon, dito nyo i-carry over. So, in our example, wala tayong excess credit. So, leave it blank. So, dito na tayo sa payments. Tax payments for the first 3 quarters. So, balikan natin ang ating Excel. So, tax payments natin in the first 3 quarters is 148,148. 148, 148. Ayan. And the CWTs for the first 3 quarters natin is ito, 7,649. 7,649. And then the CWT or 2307 natin for the fourth quarter is 2,558. 2,558. Ayan. And 2,316, wala to. If ever, ano tayo, mixed income earner. Ayan, dyan yung ilalagay. So, tax paid in return, previously filed if amended return. So, hindi ito amended return. So, leave it blank. So, number 7, special foreign tax credits, special tax credits, and the other tax credits or payments. So, in most cases, hindi din ito nag-apply sa atin. So, leave it blank. So, dito na tayo sa number 10. The total tax credits and the payments. So, i-add lang to natin itong tatlo. 148, 148 plus 7649, ayan, plus 2558. That would give us itong 158,355. 158,355. So, yan yung ating total tax credits and the payments. So, number 6, ayan, to, tax relief availment. So, again, this is for the special, preferential, or exempt. So, wala tayong ilalagay dito. So, ayan. So, let's proceed na sa page 1. So, mapifill out na natin yung ating income tax payable. Ayan. So, dito sa page 1, income tax due, number 19. So, this is for the special or preferential. So, hindi ito applicable sa atin, 0. Number 20, share of government, other government agency. Again, hindi ito applicable sa atin, 0. So, the net income tax due share of national government. Again, hindi din ito applicable. So, that leave it blank lang. And number 22. So, ito na tayo. Income tax due regular rate. So, from part 4 daw, 18B or 25. So, balikan natin yung baba, sa baba, 18B or 25, part 4. 18B. Ayan. So, 18B tayo because we are optional standard deduction. So, yung total tax due compensation in business is 215,288. 215,288 yung ilalagay natin. 215,288. Ayan. So yung total income tax due, it's still the same amount, 215,288. And then less total tax credit. So balikan natin yung part 5, item 10. So total tax credit natin is itong 150,355. 158,355. So balik tayo sa taas. 158,355. So, yung total tax payable natin, so ililess natin, tax due is 215,288 minus 158,355. So, that will give us 56,933. 56,933. Ayan. So, number 26, less tax due allowed for second installment if ever you opted for installment. But in most cases, leave it blank if hindi kayo mag-avail ng installment. So, amount of tax payable. So, it's still 56,933. Ayan, penalties. So, wala tayong penalties. Surcharge, interest, and compromise because ano pa tayo nag-file within the deadline pa. So, yung deadline again is April 15. Kapag nag-file kayo after April 15 that's the time na you need to bring this to your RDO so that makukumputan nila ng surcharge, interest, and the compromise. So, in our example, ayan, on time pa tayo. So, wala tayong penalties. So, that will give us itong total amount payable is still the same, 56,933. And then, number 30, ayan, sum lang if ever may spouse kayo, i-add yung kanyang payable then. In our example, wala tayong spouse, so 56,933 din yung ating payable. So, let's proceed. Number 31. Ito na yung na-discuss natin. If overpayment. Ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung nabayad natin or madami tayong tax credits compared sa ating tax due. So, may option tayo dito to be refunded, to be issued tax credit certificate. And yung mas madalas na pinipili or most of the time, ito, to be carried over as tax credit for next year or quarter because medyo mas complicated yung procedures pag refund tayo, or ng tax credit certificate. So, ayan. So, in our example, wala naman tayong overpayment, so leave it blank. So, and then, let's proceed. Number 32. Ayan, i-agree nyo lang. And then, write your name here. Monkey D. Luffy. And then, don't forget to sign. And then, your 10. Ayan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ayan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 0. And then, number of attachments. Ayan. So, let's, lagyan natin ng dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, wala nang, so, yan yung ating 10. And then, number of attachments, leave nyo lang. If may mga attachments tayo, again, through EAFS na. So, may video din tayo niyan. If ever may mga 2307 kayo, and the South, the e-submission, kailangan nyo i-attach sa EAFS. So, I believe we are done. Double check lang natin yung ating figure. 56,933 ba yung ating payable? So, sa ating Excel, it's still the same amount, 56,933. So, ibig sabihin at least we are mas confident tayo, naka-Excel yung ating mga figures so that yung ating form, we are somehow confident na tama yung ating figures na nailagay doon. So, ayan. So, again, if ever may mga tax payments kayo, in our example, may payable tayo na 56,933. So, print nyo to, 4 copies na lang para sure. And then, i-file nyo and pay doon sa authorized agent banks. So, depende kung anong RDO kayo, si 39, ayan. Ilalagay ko din sa description box yung mga list ng ating mga, sa website actually ng BIR mismo, may doon, list of authorized agent banks. So, since may payable tayo, we have to file this and pay doon sa authorized agent banks. And then, yung attachment EAFS, if wala naman tayong payments or payable, you can file directly doon sa inyong RDO. So, again, yun lang ating video for today, 1701-MS. If nag-optional standard deduction kayo, again, ano pa lang to, optional yung 1701-MS, hindi siya mandatory. We can still use the EBIR form 1701 or the 1701A. So, thank you again for watching. If may tanong kayo, just comment down below. Again, thank you very much sa mga nag-comment, nag-subscribe, and of course sa mga nag-donate. You can still support our channel. Ayan, just go to our website www.pinoyaccountant.com/donate, and if you would want to download ng mga free templates din tayo, www.pinoyaccountant.com/download naman. So, ayan, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in our next videos.